Have you been feeling the weight of the world recently? Like everything feels heavy, like it feels like it's too much and you can't carry it all? If so, I'm here to help you. I'm Suzannah from the Tapping Association, and today we're going to be gently tapping through all this overwhelm of a world that sometimes feels really heavy, can feel really unjust and kind of out of control sometimes. And this tapping will help you ground back into your heart, back into your body, help you really reconnect with that inner strength and calm, hopefully finding a bit of calm amongst the crazy, okay? So make yourself nice and comfortable then, and let's begin with a nice deep grounding breath. So breathing in through the nose. Nice expansive breath, letting those lungs expand, and then exhaling out through the mouth when you're ready. Well done. And then tapping on the side of the hand, repeating in your mind or out loud. Feel free to change any words as well if they don't quite fit. Even though the world is feeling quite heavy right now, and I feel helpless to change anything, I honour how deeply I care, and I'm open to supporting myself through this. Even though my heart hurts for everything that's happening in the world, and I feel powerless sometimes, I acknowledge all these difficult feelings and I offer myself compassion. Even though there's so much fear and grief and overwhelm inside me, and I don't know what to do with it all, I deeply and completely love, honour and accept myself in this moment. Okay, so moving to the eyebrow point. The world feels so heavy right now. Side of the eye. There's so much pain and injustice in the world. Under the eye. And I feel it all so deeply. Under the nose. Sometimes it feels like too much for one nervous system to hold. Chin point, the walls, the wildfires, the cruelty, the chaos. And you can name whatever feels heavy for you right now, whatever that might be. It could be climate change or something else political happening. What feels heavy? Collarbone point. And I feel helpless and small, like I can't make a difference. Under the arm. It's really hard to function with all this going on. It's a lot. Top of the head, and it feels like I can't turn it off. Eyebrow points. Part of me feels guilty for not doing more. Side of the eye. I feel overwhelmed by all the suffering that I can't fix or have an impact on. Under the eye. And I feel really anxious about the future. What's going to happen? Under the nose, worrying about the kind of world we're living in right now. Chin points, all these emotions, fear, grief, despair, maybe numbness. collarbone points. I don't know how to hold all of this stuff. Under the arm. It's like I'm literally carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders and in my heart. Top of the head, and I don't know how to put it down. Back to the eyebrow points. What if I don't have to carry it all? What if I don't have to carry it all? Side of the eye. What if I'm allowed to take a breath? So let's do that together now. Let's take a breath together, okay? So nice deep breath in through the nose. Let's soften some of that hardness and fear. And then exhaling when you're ready. Just allowing a bit of gentleness. Well done. Under the eye. I really honour how much I care. Under the nose. And I honour that I'm human. Chin point. This tenderness is not a weakness. This tenderness is not a weakness. Collarbone point. This tenderness is a beautiful part of who I am. Under the arm. My sensitivity is my strength, but I don't have to burn out to prove it. Top of the head. I can feel deeply and still protect my energy. Eyebrow points. I choose to ground myself in this moment. And that's what you're doing through this tapping. Side of the eye, to return to my body, my breath. Under the eye, even if the world feels chaotic and crazy, I can find calm inside. Under the nose, even if I can't fix everything, I can care without collapsing. Chin point, I don't have to do it all alone. And that might mean reaching out, you know. Collarbone point, I can show up in ways that really honour my capacity. Your capacity, whatever that might look like. So as we continue tapping here, I'd like you, if you can, close your eyes. If not, just soften your gaze, just rest your eyelids down. Carry on tapping on the collarbone points. You don't have to say anything out loud here, just listen to my words. Eyes closed, just tapping gently on the collarbone points. Breathing softly. And sometimes the reason that we feel so much is because something inside of us cares so deeply. So just take a moment to really honour how you care. And that caring, as exhausting as it can be, it's also a signal. Like it's a gentle reminder that we might need to care for ourselves with that same urgency and tenderness that we offer the world. So let's just bring some of that care into ourselves for a moment. And yes, I know the world can feel so heavy, and it can really make us feel like we are trapped or powerless, or that things are breaking. It just feels so heavy. We're bombarded with all this information. But even in all that, there is something we can do. There's still something we can do. You know, we all have a role in some way. So some people are activists and they're out in the streets, they're protesting. And then other people create beautiful things, like they create art, poetry. Some people hold space for others. Some people focus on their families. Some people offer quiet acts of healing. You know, not all those roles are loud, but we all have a role. Not all power looks the same. So what does your capacity look like? So I also invite you to remember, just you're allowed to step back from that endless stream of noise sometimes. And what might that stepping back look like for you? You know, you're allowed to protect your peace. You're allowed to protect your mental health and well-being. You're allowed to limit your news intake. You're allowed to tend to your nervous system. And you can do these things without any guilt. So just zoom out of everything for a moment. So zoom out, just come back to your corner of the world. Bring your attention now to the people you love. All the causes that really stir your soul, that are important to you. And focus on all those small sacred ways that you already care. The role that you play in your life. And this is how we stay soft without falling apart. This is how we stay engaged without being consumed by the heaviness. So you're already doing more than you know. Even if you're falling apart, it's okay. We all have our little roles. And your caring presence here matters so, so much. It really matters. You matter. So just for today, I invite you to let the world feel a little bit lighter, okay? Let your world feel a little bit lighter. How might you like to do that today? How can your world feel a little bit lighter today? Just let that question settle in your heart. Just take a few moments to think about it. How can the world feel lighter for you today? Just for today, how can your world feel lighter? Okay, well done. So open your eyes. I hope that brought you some insight and spaciousness. We're going to return now to tapping. So tapping under the arm, repeating after me, eyes open. I can still be a force for good without self-sacrifice. Top of the head, I'm allowed to rest, to feel, to heal. I'm allowed. And let's do one more round. So tapping on the eyebrow point, I'm sensitive and I do care. And that's really important. Side of the eye. I honour my limitations without guilt. I honour my capacity without guilt. Under the eye, I choose to feel without drowning in the heaviness. Under the nose, I choose to care without carrying it all. Chin point, I release the guilt of not being able to fix everything. No one can fix everything. Collarbone point, I allow myself to grieve yet still hold some hope. Under the arm, and I'm building some resilience gently, powerfully. Top of the head, feeling all of this is part of what makes me so powerful. So stop tapping now. Just place your hands on your heart centre for me. Close your eyes. Take a nice breath here. So eyes closed, hands on your heart centre. Just take a moment to let that all settle. And really let your breaths here be an offering to yourself. A nice moment of softness, a moment of truth. Really feel the strength in your sensitivity, the power in it. And it might feel really small at the moment, but that power can grow and grow. Feel the calmness returning to your nervous system. And just notice, maybe there has been a softening. Maybe there has been some space opened up inside of you. Some spaciousness. Reminding yourself you don't have to carry the whole world to make a difference. You don't have to burn out to be a good person. You know, you are allowed to care and care for yourself. To care and be cared for. You're allowed to care and be cared for. And just to share some final words with you by Audre Lorde, okay? So really listen to this quote. Your empathy is a gift in a world that prioritises power over compassion. Sensitivity is revolutionary. I love that quote, so I'm just going to say that again, okay? So really listen, your empathy is a gift, and the world that prioritises power over compassion, sensitivity is revolutionary. Remember all those soft and gentle roles that we play in the world. So you can really carry that with you into the rest of your day. Okay, so open your eyes now, have a little stretch. And if this brought you any insight or calm or a sense of connection, then please do comment below or leave me an emoji to let me know that you stopped by. May your world feel so much lighter today. Thank you for tapping with me. Bye.